So apparently there's some rule where I'm not allowed to be drunk on the show anymore.
Uh-huh, yep.
I don't think I care for that.
As mandated by the demon who oversees our show.
What the fuck is... Depraved mole?
Is there any other kind of mole? Oh.
Ugh.
Oh. His hands aren't even attached to his body.
That is gross. Should I use my cards on this guy?
Nah.
I shouldn't. You don't think double candy? I mean, he's clearly some sort of special fight.
I mean, maybe, if you really want to. I don't know.
I'll slap that one out. He slowly backs away. That's tremendous.
Oh, amazing.
What else did I bring? I got
neither of these are gonna
splash
help right now.
damage. Yeah, I don't need any of that. Okay.
I've known a lot of moles in my day, and they're all a bunch of depraved motherfuckers, if you ask me.
I'm not asking you.
Nope.
Maybe I should, though.
Nah.
We'll drop some sweet justice on this motherfucking mole.
Where do you get the buses, though?
I don't know.
Like, where is there a bus that's already full of candy?
Oh, shit, he used dig, dude.
This guy a Pokemon?
He might be. I mean, technically, he's a monster.
Ooh. But does he fit in your pocket? That's what we need
No,
to
he's
know.
much, much larger than those guys.
If we had a big enough pocket,
Can
though.
you tell me Whale Lord can fit in your fucking pocket?
Yeah, when you put him in a Pokeball.
Well, we just don't have the technology to put him in our pocket.
Yeah. You know what always, like, weirded me out? How, like, whenever you catch a Pokemon in a Pokeball, and then he would, like, push the button on the Pokeball, and it would get, like, even smaller. Like, it would get to, like, it would shrink down to, like, eyeball size.
Mm-hmm.
That was always fucking weird to me. Like, does that, like, hurt the Pokemon? You know? Like, when you push that button, it goes smaller, there's, like, a crunch.
I mean,
You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's fucked up. A metronome?
yeah. Are the time puns too strong for you, John?
Oh. Time pun. I thought we were going to get some kind of, like, metrosexual, like, gnome monster, like, thing.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You know, are you familiar with metrosexual as a thing?
I am. I thought it was dead, though.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe I don't fucking know. It's definitely less of a popular thing than it was in, like, I don't know, the aughts.
We don't need it anymore.
Put it on the shelf.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah.
Anyway, I thought we were gonna get a fucking gnome, like an actual like a lawn gnome, but was like really well dressed. Like I thought that's what we were gonna fight.
I don't want to waste it on this guy, but I need to.
Waste what?
He only had 6 health left, but I didn't want to get hit 3 times during this part, so I had to kill him.
Gotcha.
I would have rather attacked the other one, but
Just playing games like this makes me want to play like a quote unquote real RPG.
man, this is the realist. It's as real an RPG as any other RPG.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying like, but it's a you know, I should say like a standard RPG type thing. This is very clearly like there are parody elements to this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of a parody of RPGs.
Well, what RPG do you want to play?
I was thinking I kind of want to play Star Ocean actually because I was talking about it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I was remembering fondly that I played it and was impressed by it, but I actually never really like got that far into it. Like I got to the point where like you go into space and then quit. Like right when it was
like when it gets good.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say like right whenever it starts to get interesting, I was like, yeah, I think I'm done. No, I think what happened was like in high school. I don't know. This was like a terrible idea, but in high school, we were given laptops, like old laptops, and like every single student was supposed to have a laptop at the school, which was insane.
Okay.
And those of us who liked video games figured out very quickly how to, you know, emulate Super Nintendo games on these shitty old, like, you know, Windows, like, 2000 fucking laptops. And so, yeah, I spent a lot of time in school playing Super Nintendo games. Like, that's pretty much what I did instead of school, was just play Super Nintendo games on my laptop.
Right.
Which is why it was a terrible idea for them to give us these laptops. Because, like, I would straight up just play games in class, like, while they were lecturing or whatever. I never did any homework. To be honest, most of my teachers passed me just because it was too much of a pain in the ass to fail me.
Wow.
Yeah, I coasted so hard through school.
You know what? That's pretty okay.
I've never had a good work ethic, you guys. Like, this isn't like a recent development. I've never had a good work ethic. Anyway, I think what happened was it was near the end of the school year whenever I found Star Ocean, and so I had to give him back my laptop, like, before I got to really play more of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just kind of found other things to do, I guess. I think that was about the time whenever I was starting to get into WoW, also.
Oh, yeah, that was a life sucker.
Yeah, so whenever I finished playing that, I was like, you know, I just moved on with the next, like, 8-year phase of my life. You know?
I guess this is what I'm doing for a decade.
Yeah, there's just one game I want to play all the time. You know? Ugh.
You ever miss it, John?
I don't really miss WoW. And a lot of people, like, they came out with another expansion recently. And people are really talking it up like it's really good. Like, apparently people are really enjoying it so far.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't really want to go back to it. And it's not necessarily because I think that people are, I feel like people are in the honeymoon phase. Like, every time an expansion comes out, a bunch of people go back to try out WoW again.
Yeah.
And last time people did it too, and I actually enjoyed the last expansion a bit. But then, like, you know, they took forever to release a patch for, like, new content, you know? So, like, people were stuck with the same very limited shit to do in the game. And that wore really thin on people really quick. I'm kind of expecting something like that to happen again. But whether it does or it doesn't, I'm not particularly interested in going back to it because the sense of wonder that WoW gave me when I started playing it is never going to come back. So I miss that, like, wow, there's a whole, like, MMORPG, like, world to experience with other people. There's people to meet. There's places to see that I think are genuinely interesting to me. You know, I really wanted to get into the lore. I wanted to know everything about it. You know, I wanted to experience the MMORPG in its fullness.
So, you miss the idea of WoW.
Yeah, I miss the core concept of an MMORPG, what it's supposed to be. But see, the thing is, whenever you play WoW, or really any competitive online game, as you play it, it becomes less and less about that sort of, you know, honeymoon sort of like, you know, I just want to be engrossed in the spirit of this game. And more about, you know, min-maxing your raid capability, you know, doing more DPS, getting more gear, grinding more shit, grinding more rep, grinding all this shit. You know, it becomes more about that and less about, you know, loving the game for what it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't really miss that. I do miss playing, like, a real meaningful MMORPG. And part of me thinks, like, I would still love to do that, but I don't think that's going to happen. Like, I don't think there's going to be a game that makes me want to do that until they basically invent real-life Sword Art Online. Like, I don't think that's ever going to happen. Or
well,
.hack,
maybe you
whatever.
should check out that PlayStation VR.
This is what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of VR shit out there that's, you know, it's all gimmicky. That's all gimmicky VR shit. And that's okay. You know, for what it is, that's fine. You know, I would check it out. I'd play it. I'm not going to spend, like, whatever fucking $200 or whatever it costs to get the fucking thing. But, you know, I'd play it if it was around. You know, it'd be kind of neat.
Yeah.
But in order for me to get really excited about it, you know, they need to start making, like, real games, you know, with, like, actual motion body tracking, you know,
That's
things
always
like that.
been one thing I've been really glad about with all, like, the VR and the iToy and all that shit like that.
Uh-huh.
They haven't made any games that I was really interested in playing.
Yeah, so you don't have to get into it.
I don't have to get it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, one thing they need to do, they need to make it less cheap. I mean, less cheap. They need to make it less expensive, which I think they're working on that. See, this is why I like the idea of all this VR shit taking off and becoming really popular, because the more that people get into this, the more they show an interest, the more developers are going to start creating real games for, you know,
Right.
VR. So when that starts to happen, I'll be totally invested in it. Like, whenever they make, like, an Elder Scrolls game, you know, with VR, like, and you get to really, like, live in that shit, that's whenever I'll be like, okay, now it's time for me to get in there.
Well, I was trying to know survivors this area, but I think they're respawning out there, so I'm
Oh,
gonna
okay,
quit.
okay.
I'm gonna quit that.
All right, neat.
Oh, hey.
Are these your parents?
No.
What? Oh, it's Dorian and Dorsilla.
Yeah.
Neat.
Not yet.
What happened to her?
I kicked the shit out of her.
Yeah, but then what
I
happened?
think she got eaten by big bones or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
Shitting hell. All right, let's say we fight the boss next time.
Why do I get so cold when you touch me? I don't think there's a boss. I think I'm just gonna meet their parents.
All right, you want to meet their parents next time?
Yeah, sure.
All right, neat.
Wait, whose parents?
Priscilla and
Oh, okay.
the other guy whose name I already... Dorian.
Dorian Gray.